Would it be sad if I told you you're already dead? Cause my hatred's awakened. I hate that you've made it. It's a shame that you've all ended up in my plate. But for now that you're here, just allow me to say this. None of you will come out alive cause I'm blazing. What up, guys? It's the Random Blind Guy here with my first commentary video for 2021. And you might notice that everything sounds a little bit different, and that's because I'm actually using my music software to record this video now, which is completely interesting and kind of out of the blue, but I decided to do it anyway. It makes things easier. Anyway, today we're talking about how there's kind of no support groups really for guys in the world. You know, you hear, oh, this girl like, hey, if you suffer abuse or get raped or molested or something, you can go here to this website and do whatever it is you want. Well, for guys, it's not really a thing, you know, and that's kind of weird, and it really, really sucks, especially for us. I've never had anything like that happen to me per se, but I do know a couple people who that has happened to, where they've been, you know, drugged or put through some crazy shit. And I have talked to them and they're like, you know, sometimes I wish people believed me more. And then I'm gonna get the usual people saying, you know, oh, you know, nobody believes women when they, you know, accuse people of sexual assault. And I'm going to tell you a story. I'll upload the story time after this, but it's about how, you know, somebody actually tried to get me for that. They tried to be like, oh, you did this to me, and I didn't. And that's what happened to me. And so it's like, there's people who lie about this stuff, so it's pretty, you know, insane that they want everybody to be believed. You know, at some point you have to draw the line, like what you can and can't believe, because it'll get you in trouble. I mean, for me personally, like, yeah, believe everyone, right? But believe everyone who's telling the truth. And in order to be telling the truth, you have to have evidence and a bunch of other stuff. And some people just don't have that. And yeah, although it may be sad, we don't want anybody to get in trouble for any, like, bullshit, you understand? Because, like, with me, I almost got expelled and arrested, and it was, well, I'll tell you guys the story afterward, but, you know, it completely sucks that somebody would do something like that, especially, you know, to somebody who didn't really do anything to them to begin with. But anyway, let's get back to our original topic, and that's the lack of support for guys out there. You know, I have a friend who, he was, I guess, raped or touched inappropriately by a woman, and nobody really gave a shit. And now he can't be touched by women. Like, any girl touching him will set him off, and he doesn't like being touched. Like a hug or a handshake. Well, not a handshake, but like grabbing of their hands or something, it'll set him off and he'll like freak out. I know that it happened to him once, and again, like, nobody really cares about it, and that's what sucks, you know? Poor guy. There's people who need, like, support, you know, and it really, it's absolutely terrible that they can't get any, you know? It sucks. But, like, you know, it has gotten better, where people are, like, more conscious of guys' mental health because, well, they have a higher suicide rate than women do. Well, not only that, they are actually more successful at doing it too, because girls are like, I'm gonna swallow these pills, and guys are like, well, I'm gonna jump off this building right here while I'm drunk. You know, but it really sucks. And like, I've even seen it in my own family, because one time I was watching a Reddit YouTube video and I was like, Mom, I'm watching this YouTube video, and she goes, what's it about? I go to the Reddit video about men telling their stories about how they got raped by women, and she goes, how do men get raped? You know, she just kind of laughed at it, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how? You know, like, if it was your kids going through that, you would probably understand more. But like, even now people are like, oh, men can't be raped, men can't be abused. Like, you saw the whole Johnny Depp case that went over, where he's like, you know, it turns out his wife was abusing him and he wasn't abusing her at all. It really fucking sucks. And, you know, if it had been the other way around, would anybody have stepped you know, over to, yeah, it would have been on the news. There would have been comedians, you know, talking about it. Like, oh, that's terrible. This is terrible. You know, there would have been artists like, don't abuse your partner. But no, it was just Johnny Depp, so nobody gave a shit. You know, now they still, you know, barely even like scratch the surface of, you know, what can be done. But for now, like, I guess we just have to settle with whatever that is. I just had to make that video because I just wanted you guys to know that I was angry as shit, and that it really made me angry. So anyway, take care, everybody, and look for the story time. It's called "The Day I Accidentally Turned a Lesbian Straight and Almost Got Arrested." So go ahead and look for that. I'll put that up right after this.